redo. That's how you start fresh. Excuse me.
So have we officially cooked this barghast? Can we eat it now?
I think I'm good. You can do that if you want.
And
Although
what
I don't
is-
let's
even
not give
I
Gaz
would-
any ideas. Like I think he's already pretty much
You're
gone.
giving yourself the one the idea. We're not giving you any ideas.
Yeah.
Not to mention, you didn't really cook it because it's fire resistant. Not burn.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
The
most
other thing is
at,
no
at
one
most
thought.
there was like maybe a bit of steaming, a little sizzling. That's about it.
This is not quite what I had in mind.
A very, very intense
In all
smell.
fairness.
Like fungus.
Alright.
Anyway, so when last we left off, you were all clearing out some caves from the wolven threat, and discovered that they were not just led by a dire wolf, but by a barghest, a fiendish creature named Kalkek, who used to work in the Celestial Menagerie as in his goblin form. You also found a few items here and there. And, yeah, now that the battle is over, it seems you have explored all there is to explore in this cave.
Oh.
Did we check out that bit to the south?
Grimala walked in there last week and nothing was said. There was a bunch of blood.
Yeah, there's
There was
nothing in
nothing.
there.
Essentially
It's
Eternal
just-
House.
Yep. Just smells super gross.
Now, we did
What?
go to the space north of the entrance, did we? I don't remember us going in there. We did? Okay.
Up here?
I believe so.
Okay.
And we looted the bag,
I
right?
found some loot.
Yeah, there was some stuff in there. I believe I put. I'm gonna double check here, but I'm pretty sure I put everything in the party sheet, and that should. Oh,
Yep.
Hold on a moment.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Hmm.
Shoot, I may have to. I will add another object in there, because among all of those items, you also found
A deck of many things. Awesome.
a loose-leafed notebook.
Oh.
Ooh.
Of many things.
Nope.
Smart people, you do this.
And I will. Normally, they have an object like this, and they'll create an item for it. So otherwise, that would be that would have been missed. Thankfully, I caught it. So yay me. Where the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Did you tell everybody that you changed the maturity level of your thing?
Oh. No, but yeah, I changed it to mature because I clearly can't count on y'all to rein it in.
Wait, does it mean we can swear now?
We've been swearing.
Yeah,
No, you
that's
can't.
the thing.
I'd like to
I
tell
would
you all
still want topics to avoid any sort of sexual content because Twitch does crack down on that shit kind of randomly. So let's avoid that. I'm sure the occasional joke will slide, but let's avoid going on sounding like we're a bunch of 14-year-olds.
All right, so tone it up to 16-year-old
Not a
humor.
hot tub
Got
stream.
it.
Yeah, how at Hiroshima, the atomic bomb
bleached out the walls behind people and left their shadows. On
Yeah.
a bathroom in Cordova, Alaska, a man had diarrhea so bad he left a circular blast that left the shadow of a toilet on the wall. I wasn't even the first guy into the room. They sealed it off, but the stench just crept down the corridor until they couldn't take it anymore. And when I went in there, they'd already cleaned up the bulk of the matter. There are still fecal stalactites. Something I didn't even have the concept for that day.
Oh God.
I'm really into the Syrinscape background noise. Yes.
Is that what you just put
Okay.
in the fire extinguisher system and then just set them off?
Anyway.
This is like in a little fishing village, man. We ain't got no fire extinguisher system in the bathroom. Come on.
So
This is a town where, like, I asked in the harbor master's office, whose dog is this? The dog that I pet every day. And everyone said, I don't know. He just shows up.
Yep.
sounds about right. Anyway, let's get back to game. So, having cleared out the cave, there is still space further back in this little valley. Oh my god, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, is there another way to get to those to the south?
I just have to do a thing.
Yeah, for some reason when I'm selecting my icon, it's also targeting everyone.
Yep, you still have that on from last week for some reason.
Yeah, so that can be turned off by going into the combat tracker.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
There is a little target icon.
Yeah, already in the
Yeah.
target icon. In the on the actual
There. I cleared your targets.
Thank you.
You
Sweet.
know, Tuck, I brought bacon with you. I apologize, but I kind of rammed him into a wall, not realizing you literally have to go around it. Character. So, for a second, he was just kind of going bop, bop.
I'm gonna go ahead and spit on Calcet's corpse one last time before
Of
leaving.
course.
He's gonna
Fair
get
enough.
back up.
Then I'll just kill him again and get more XP.
I'm gonna be right back. I
Alright.
gotta go get a blanket. It's cold in here.
So
Alright,
there's got to be another way to the south.
hold on. Yeah, so you should be able to go through the trees now.
Yay!
So,
So it's nice. Thick patch of woods.
I'm gonna let Nyx lead because that's her environment.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a similar situation while at a festival before. I followed around the side of the cope, so all my friends went straight through the middle, whacking themselves with the branches, and I just kind of sat there cackling.
Excellent. So yeah, you eventually emerge into a patch of land. It extends further into where the two where the two cliffs meet, and then the water that has been feeding this area comes out of a little just kind of bubbles out of a crack in between the where the cliffs join. And however, there is something a little peculiar. Part of the way forward, carved into the side of the cliff, is a set of stairs.
Stairs, huh?
evil.
There is
stairs.
also a log crossing the stream leading to a small patch of land that, of course, has a log leading to that island you all saw earlier.
Oh, well, we definitely gotta check out the island log situation. It's just
Yep.
logic.
I'm on the log. I want to be on the log. I
Well, I mean,
vote for the log. Yeah.
That's up to you. Do you go onto the
Said
log?
Nix will watch from up here.
Give
Alright.
my peepers peeled. Let's
I
stop
also
this
don't
shit.
think we should.
He's got the low stealth again, because, you know, hey, +7.
So, Cinder, did you say you were going to the log?
Yeah, I would like to go to the log, but I mean, I'm not gonna friggin'. I don't want to split up the group unless everyone is like gonna split up evenly or something like that. I don't
Is
know.
there any unenlightened heathens who are against the log route?
I'll go with the
Would
log
be so
route.
foolish.
It looks like Gazlo's going to do the log if you don't.
Log.
Ah, Gazlo's the first to cross the log.
Log.
Lost your chance, Cinder.
Log.
You're too slow, Joe.
I
Land
am
in a
purposely too
toxic
slow
city
because
innocent.
the clown will always go first, or not always go first, but if I give him long enough, they will.
Well, just to make sure we cross the log safely, Mike is gonna sing the song of log luck. It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, log. It's better than bad. It's good.
Everyone loves a
There,
log.
down the stairs, rolls over your neighbor's dog.
Classic.
Yeah.
All right, so the trees on the other side reveal nothing. There's imagine, if you will, that the island, or not island, but the patch of land kind of follows a stream until the walls merge into that crack that the stream flows from, providing the water for this region.
Zone barrier.
There is, of course, the log to the northwestish, tiny little island.
Yeet.
You see me just kind of and trot after frickin' the clown.
Gazlo.
Have tempted to just use.
Reflex save.
Reflex save?
Reflex.
If you insist.
Oh no, clouds have terrible reflexes. They never dodge the
Oh,
Paizo
no.
attack.
You jinxed him so hard. Oh my god.
Oh, I apologize for nothing.
Does everyone
Clowns
start
have
with one
such
hero
bad
point?
reflexes. Natural one.
All right.
Oh my gosh. I want to say don't even fucking do it, cuz like that's just too perfect.
That was beautiful.
Timing.
So Gazlo, as you're just cartwheeling across that log, there is a slight issue with the fact that it is rotten in the middle. And as you are going across, the log breaks apart and you fall into the water.
I sploosh, in other words.
Yep, there is a sploosh. Actually, hold on. I gotta see. Do I have a sploosh? I want to see. Do I have a sploosh? Sploosh, sploosh,
Are you
sploosh.
familiar with this show, Archer?
I am not familiar with any splooshing effects from Archer.
Oh, thanks.
I think I got one hole. Let's see if I can do it
Sorry,
right.
phrasing.
Yeah.
Hey, it's your fault for changing the channel's rating.
Right. Well, I will do half dragon. All So, Gazlo, you fall into the water, and it's kind of funny, and everybody's.
I was going to use an enlarge spell, but the log didn't even need it.
This is where the giant leeches come in.
I'm a sponge.
Let's see here.
You're gonna have to ring me out later, bruh.
Okay, I do need to take care of something because we have to. There we are.
Ooh.
And of course, as you recover your footing, it becomes very evident that you are not alone in the water.
Yep, giant leeches. Classic.
Something stirs.
Guys, I think there's something in the water. I don't think it's friendly.
It's just a third arm. We've been over this.
Well, I've also checked. It's not my third leg either.
Perception initiative.
This is crazy. This is what happened.
Dang, all of you guys, or half of you. Oh, Jesus Christ, Vermala. Mom mode activate.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. Nothing that will happen.
Oh no.
Just instantly just under the water.
I've actually been in this situation on Mother's Day.
Oh!
I was.
Oh my god.
My husband told the kids to walk out onto the end of the log and back, and if they made it, he'd give them $1. So the oldest went out, came back just fine. The youngest went out and fell in. Didn't know how to Husband had to run down the log and pick the child out of the water, carried him out. He was soaking wet. We had about a half mile back to the car. We got to the car. My husband only had 2 1s and a 5. So he ended up giving like the 5 to the one who got wet and then the 1s to the other kid. And it was an issue in family therapy for years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me switch things up a bit because this moody music is nice and moody, but we need something more combative. That's a word, right?
I just had a thought. If this is what I'm thinking it is.
Giant leeches? Yeah.
Hope my diplomacy checks get to work.
Carnivorous mud.
Let's see here. One moment. I do have to try something.
I thought instead of vampiric mist, you ran into vampiric like water.
Vampiric water.
And priest blesses it, and it doesn't even know what to do with itself.
Why is it? Oh, perfect. So something large and dark and oozy begins to churn in the waters below. I see.
Oh no. Guys, you know how we talked about the forbidden jello? I think I pissed off the forbidden pudding.
It might be carnivorous mud. Oh!
Oh no!
Vermala, you're first.
It is!
Gross.
I did it! I pissed off the forbidden fudge!
Well, you know, you probably shouldn't have landed on it.
It's so sad. We're entering his little home, and then we step on him, waking him up from his nap, and then he gets up because he's all crazy because we stepped on him, and now we're gonna kill him.
Yep.
We can
That is the
negotiate.
life of an adventurer. Heaven forbid we ever play a party full of environmental conservationists.
I don't see what the problem is. I mean,
Speak for yourself. I tried to make friends with everything.
That's true, and it's
not like
worked
Haku.
surprisingly.
It's not like the water spirit.
that Marcus was even from around here. Come on now.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
My go?
Yep.
Okay. I think I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
I can make it over there with that, right? Yes, 120 feet. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna Spiritual Weapon. And, if I can get it, like right here.
Okay, so go ahead and move back to where you were. What we'll do is... at least I'll try and get a pointer. For some reason, there we go. There you go.
Okay. And I'm gonna attack with it.
All right.
Hurt me.
A shimmering replica of your sword appears and lands a critical hit as it plunges into the shallow water.
So I'm gonna grab the damage. If I click in the right button and selecting more, or am I just dropping it on him?
Just drag the damage onto the...
Overhead. There we go. Aww. That's sad.
Sorry, this is an
So I think that's
or...
it. The casting of it is a 2 action, and then I attack. So that's my turn.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so it did resist because it can't be critted. Cool. So yeah, I do believe that is 2 actions. And did you move closer? Was that another action?
No, to cast the spell is 2, and then I had the, so that would have been a total of 3.
Oh, okay. All right, so we move on, and we have Felix.
Hunt prey. And of course, it can't be critted.
This is freaking insulting. They intentionally make this thing's AC shit just so it can mock players.
Yep. How rude.
Seriously. This is the only thing we've ever fought that actually has an easy to hit AC.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, we just almost had another one.
Aww.
Went from a 20 to a 2.
So love you.
Alright, that's it.
All right, Tuck, what do you do?
Let's hear. That's the weird ass thing. Is it knowledge nature to know how the hell oozes work?
Occultism.
Oh, it is? So I don't know what it's really weak to or strong against.
Oh wait, I'm metagaming, sorry.
Yeah. I'm looking at what spells I actually have prepared. Level 1. Yeah. So, I'm gonna try and end it off. Hydraulic push.
Woo.
Alright, so it's an attack. would like to use a hero point.
That's a
to
very
roll
good
that.
Sure
I have a
thing.
feeling if yeah.
Sounds good. That is much better.
Yes. I knock it back all of 5 feet.
I have disappeared.
I guess I'm just like spraying it up and over gas, so even more engulfed in it now.
This reminds me of the Blob.
Thought that would work better. And dilute it down a bit.
Oh, it reminds me of the second Creepshow movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
With the swimming
raft.
platform.
Yeah.
Mike, you're up.
That one freaked me out
Works.
because, not being able to swim, it's just like, oh, well, I guess I'm fucked.
Not being able to swim, you'd never find yourself in that situation.
Everybody be like, oh, let's swim over to that. I'm like, no, we'll just wait here.
I'm gonna stay home and live.
And then
Come
once
on,
I saw
Mikey.
like the ooze like doing that to them, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna hop in the car and get help. And they'd be like,
I
"Good,
promise. I
have a
will be
license."
right back.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's kind of unfortunate. Don't worry, things will work out. Try not to fall asleep or get in the water or lay down.
Yeah, and
Or-
remember, do not, under any circumstances, get freaky.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well for that one dude.
Yep.
That's how you die in horror movies.
All right,
Yeah.
Mike, what do you do?
All right, so inspire and courage.
Okay.
I think you more inspire giggles than courage. We'll work with it.
All right.
And I would put it over Gaz, but I can't actually target Gaz.
Hold on. There you go.
Okay. Next, I am going to make an occultism check. See if I can know anything about this ooze.
All right.
His name is Bob.
All right. Let's take a look here. So, occultism. Okay. I have to look up page 238.
Aha.
Or I can just be lazy and go to.
Go to the Pathfinder wiki.
Yep.
Oh,
Jesus.
or not.
Well, as long as I'm not the one doing that, Michelle, we're good.
I don't know if I want to know. Okay, so let's see. Okay. So it is incredibly vague.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. Yeah. So you attempt a skill check to try and remember a bit of knowledge regarding a topic related to the skill. The GM determines the DCs for such checks and which
Hey,
skills
Zach?
apply. What?
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but I believe if you go to the archives of Nethys
That's what I'm on.
and okay, and look at the actual stat block of the creature, I think they like list like information that you would receive or from knowledge checks or recall.
Really?
I think so. I know
I
it
mean,
for the.
Hey,
I know
it's
the
worth
very-
a shot.
Yeah, I know at the very least they list the pertinent DC for knowledge checks, so they might have other shit as well.
Okay. Well, let's see if I can do that. Did I break it? Oh, fuck. Oh, wait. Ah! No! Okay, let's go back to creatures. Jesus Christ. I'll just go to Control F. No matches. The fuck? No way. Let's try the other option. Oh, there it is. Damn it!
What happened?
Oh, there's just so much crap on here that it was having a hard time loading everything, and then I hit. It's just a weird thing. All right, so. Source. Unspecific lore, specific lore, and recall knowledge, ooze, occultism. So the DC was 23.
Oh, well, I guess I will spend a hero point. Try again.
All right.
Never know.
And try again.
Kessel was already
Never
drowned
know.
at this point.
Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately,
Oh my god!
unfortunately, Mike is not a very intelligent fellow. For example, he keeps racking his brain and wasting his hero points on shit that he just is not going to figure out.
Sixth time's or fifth time is a charm.
Kessel is just
jelly,
always
that's
just
terrible.
towards his nose.
It's because Mike stockpiles the fucking things,
Yeah, it's
and
true.
I don't play hero points like they're technically supposed to be played. Because I'm a cool DM. All right, so let's see what that. So that tells you that this is a black pudding.
Black good.
Indeed,
That's not good.
it's a very
That's
corrosive
awful.
thing. And I'll say that one thing you know about it is that it is a creature that can, that when hit by slashing or piercing damage, it can split into identical puddings.
Ugh.
We hit it with AoEs. Yes.
Indeed. And of
So
course,
if someone could throw a sack of coins into it, I'd appreciate that.
Be careful. Don't try to cut it or pierce it. It'll split into more forms.
What?
I guess I'm out.
oh god.
I
Okay,
don't guess.
so that's your turn, right, Mike?
I still have one more action.
All right. What do you do?
Is that thing engulfing Cinder?
Not yet.
Oh.
It's still technically
It's
under.
Gaz?
It's still technically under Gaz. Yes.
Okay. In that case, I am going to cast Liberating Command.
I have no idea what that does.
Well, casting time, it just requires one action. You call out a liberating cry, urging an ally to break free of an effect that holds them in place. If the target is grabbed, immobilized, or restricted, it can immediately use a reaction to attempt to escape.
Oh, Okay. Gaz is not yet
Oh,
engulfed.
okay.
Sorry.
I assumed it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it started writhing underneath Gaz, and then everybody got like super high initiative.
Oh. Well,
I think
fine.
I'm the only one that doesn't, and I chalk that up to my stupid joke that I made earlier. So it's
Well,
okay.
you and Gaz, because now it's its turn.
I still have
Oh,
one more action.
sorry.
Thanks, guys.
Well, it's almost its turn.
Yeah. What is this, Zach? What are you trying to do?
Progress the game.
Well, that's terrible. Don't do that.
All right.
Trying to norm gas.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit it with a sling bullet. No.
Sling bullet crashes into Gaz instead. I kid. All
Sorry
right.
about that.
All right. So the writhing. Well, now that it's been identified, writhing black pudding. Oh shit! That's a lot of stuff. All right,
Boy.
Gaz. Thank you for volunteering to demonstrate for this science project as we show the class what happens when someone stands upon a black pudding. For example, it has a number of abilities. One of them is, first of all, it'll attack with its pseudopods at whatever prey falls upon it. These pseudopods have a reach of about 10 feet, and they kind of hurt because they are acidic, or they have a corrosive quality. They will then apply a grab condition. And let's see here. Oh, and then proceed to constrict its prey.
And we'll see now it's trying to grab. That's unfortunate.
Great, guys, you pissed it off.
You pissed it off.
All right, I just say that we let the thing have her. That-
I mean, we're in the middle of the woods. Nature rules. If Gaz can get out, then it's out. But I mean,
not exactly a natural creature.
I mean, it
Y'all
was
being
just
a pack of
naturally surviving
assholes
in
right
the
now.
stream.
You're all being a pack of assholes right now.
What?
When are we not?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Point right in the head.
God damn it. Gaz, make a fortitude save.
Oh boy.
It's not letting me
Only
drag
Grandma
this fucking
Spider in
thing.
your life. You're sadly lacking.
Ah!
Alright.
Better have made that save. Whew.
Pathfinder 2
DC
we
26.
did not make that save.
It actually, Charles, you're not wrong. It just
my
means
God.
that what I rolled, the damage I just dropped on you was full damage rather than half. And then, so that's action 2. Action 3 is, since the black pudding is technically right here, is it attacks Cinder.
Uh-oh.
I mean, sometimes you just
Genie's
gotta let
veiling
nature-
that.
Okay. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Okay.
That
I'm
is
actually really
gorgeous.
close at this point.
So,
Oh, I see what's going on. You were trying to hit me, but instead you went after my after image.
so Cinder pulls an anime character move and just puffs some smoke and reappears after the pseudopod is swung through its space. And
Nice.
that is the creature's 3 actions. We shall move on to Gaslow once this thing can actually detect that I hit the next button. And I'm just going to move it aside. So Gaslow, you are currently grabbed. You have an escape DC of 28.
You got this.
I gotta crit that. Ooh, but I can probably enrage, can't I?
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to escape? Is it athletics?
Let me see here. I want to say to escape from grabbed is either athletics or acrobatics. At least that's my belief.
Let's just double check.
I'm pretty sure it's athletics versus reflex.
Grabbed creature can use the escape action to get out of the grab. Grab ends for grabbed creatures with monsters. I believe escape action is listed under. I'm going to say acrobatics. That's for tumble through, maneuver, and fly. Alright, go gadget. Archives of Nethys. Shit, wrong button.
I'm drinking this with goo.
Yay, learning the games with Go. I could have sworn it was an acrobatics roll, but... Now, if only the goddamn thing can actually search. You're so slow.
Yeah, this shit is taking its sweet time.
Overloaded servers. Everybody's playing Pathfinder on Wednesday.
Yes.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Escape action. There we go. Really? You know what, Gaz, just make an acrobatics check. This thing is taking too long.
Okie dokie. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hero point that. I only
Okay.
have 1 hero point, so I'm gonna make this count.
You got it.
Oh, okay, cool. So you can attempt an acrobatics or athletics check instead of using your attack modifier if you choose.
Okay.
I don't think I'm getting out of this thing.
All right.
I might be succumbing to the fudge.
Okay, so escape is a singular action. You could technically attempt multiple actions. Choose one creature posing attempted check using your unarmed attack modifier against the DC of the effect. This is typically athletics DC if you grab if a creature grabbing you, thievery DC if a creature has you up. You can attempt an acrobatics or athletics check. Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna do with my powerful fist then. It's set on our armed attack, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But because it's using
And
attack actions, you have to use the second.
Yeah,
one.
it'll still be the second attack.
Okay. All right. Second attack it is. I think this is gonna fail.
No, you
So
can't.
should I drop it on the thing, or drop it on the creature?
Just drop it in the chat.
All right. Did it? Oh, it didn't do anything. Or there it goes.
Yeah,
A little
alas.
lag.
Gotta get it higher than that.
Oh.
Oh,
One
you know
more.
what they say? Once you go black pudding, you don't go
You
back.
never go back pudding.
I was gonna say you lose your footing, but okay. You got one more action, Gaz. What do you do?
YOLO! Carpe diem for idiots, and it didn't do shit. Or wait, that should have been. Oh, that was
Alas,
a higher roll too.
It was. Alas, alack. Cinder, you're up.
Get me out of here, motherfucker!
I don't know. I think this might be an important lesson.
If in doubt, heightened magic missile it out. This will be my third level 3 spell for today, so I'm out. But
Get
That's
it, get it. Get it, get it.
I am working on it. Boop.
I'm using
Wait, what?
unseasonable.
Why
Don't worry
did
about
I
it.
just use...
Don't worry about it. I'm just marking off the fact that you're using your 3rd level spells.
Okay. That was
'Cause you
4 of
had-
them? One,
Let's see.
5.
That should technically be.
That should be my third.
Okay,
Right?
so heightened magic missile. You shoot 1 additional missile for each action you
Yeah.
spend. So if that's 3rd, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more. There we go. 6.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Alrighty then.
All right. Bacon is not doing its thing yet. And we're back to Vermala.
Damn it, bacon.
Hey.
Wash your hands, Gaz. All 3 of them, says David. Let's see. Hecklin Snide is in the chat. Can't inspire. Well, that's how Mike stays alive. He inspires courage from a distance. Said
Okay.
can't inspire courage from all the way over there, coward. Go ahead,
So,
Michelle.
Hey, fire courage has a range of 60 feet. Yes, I can.
yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I would like to cast heal at 3rd level, 2nd booster, whatever, mabobber at Gaz. Because that's a spell range of 30 feet.
Yep. Okay, so ranged heal, you said 3rd level.
Yep. Can I-
alright. And that would be, yeah, just use the 3rd level heal that you have there.
Okay, so am I using the plus 24 or the just the
The plus
3d10?
24, because you're doing the single target ranged.
All right.
And that is technically, that is technically 2 actions, so you have a 3rd action left. I think you can use that to make your spiritual weapon do a thing.
Yeah. Wacky whack.
Dang.
I needed to pop back up
so
again.
many fucking hit
Okay.
points.
But if you hit it with the sword, you're gonna make more of them.
Oh, yeah, there is that.
No. Oh, it hit it. What the hell?
Uh-oh.
I'll take it. Woohoo!
Oh, well, technically it's not there. Technically it's there. Ah, wrong button. Alright, so... Alright, I'm just assuming the sword moved down because I can't seem to move it myself. Alright, so the sword cuts into the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is currently at. I'm breaking out a calculator. Technically, I don't need to. I mean, it should be fairly easy. Okay. So. Oh my god! There we go.
I'm gonna yell at Gaz, get away from that thing.
Woman, what do you think I'm trying to do?
Darling, don't argue with me. Just get away from that thing.
Yes, Mom.
Teaching who's boss, Gaz.
Oh my god. I really have to do this.
Like, solve the problem.
Okay. I have to fuck around with some stuff here. One moment, everyone. No. Can I? Fuck! Alright, how do I do this in this fucking program?
Don't know.
So, change that.
We're all gonna die.
You're gonna die.
For me.
Alright.
The only one that isn't allowed to die is Tut.
Oh.
Just,
Oh, this is getting out of hand. Now there's two of them.
oh, damn it, they split.
Did you? Wait. Why did it split?
Slashing.
Uh,
I hit it with the
Yeah, but
sword.
it does force damage, not slashing.
Ah, fucking Christ.
Hmm?
Just like fucking goes back together when Mike points that out.
Oh, I'm in here.
Like, no, you don't.
Sloop.
Get back together. Get back together. You're not allowed to break your own mechanics. Get back together.
Well, on the upside, at least now I know what its actual max hit points are, so I can actually put it back together properly. Where the fuck is it? There we go. There.
Yay.
Yay.
Alright, alright, so that's Virmala's turn. Felix, you're up.
Okay. Can I lasso Gaz?
From that distance?
I have 50 feet of rope.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think the problem would be the rope. I don't think people are capable of lassoing shit that far away.
We'll sit down the line, we'll hand it over to Cinder, and Cinder can throw it at her.
Can I toss her a line then?
Yeah, I suppose
Like
you could
tie it
toss
to an arrow?
Gazlo,
Or
rope
just toss it,
and-
I guess?
yeah. Give me a ranged thrown attack if you have one in your character sheet.
What do I do? Hold on. Ah, of course. I get booted right as I go do it.
Of course.
Just tie it around Nyx. Have Nyx jump in.
Yeah, no.
That cat will dissolve.
You'll have to roll it for me.
Jumps into the water, and just as soon as they hit it, just turns into a puddle of ashes that just drifts down the freaking stream.
All right. You are able to throw the rope near enough for Gaz to catch it. Gaz, give me a reflex. Yeah.
All right.
You're
please give me
engulfed by this thing, and
oh no.
It lands on the ground. It kind of lands in the ooze with ya. You might have to wait until your turn to get it.
Okay.
Provided, of course, the ooze does not dissolve the rope.
True. I'd like to hold my other 2 actions for when Gaz grabs the rope.
Okay.
And then do that thing where you jump backwards off a tree branch and try and use your body weight to... Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. All right. Tuck.
Up.
Wait,
I'm gonna
is
try.
turn into a goose? Jesus.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Tuck. What are you doing?
Let's hear. Gazlo's still injured, right?
Yes.
No.
Wait, no.
Well-
Gazlo is nice and healed. For now.
Oh, I've seen like 23 points of damage.
Yeah, Gaz was hurting really bad when I healed. That's with me healing.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have he can fly over there and drop off some emergency apples into Gazlo's mouth.
Okay.
Medic!
Technically,
Doctor,
she does
help!
have to eat those on her turn, but and I'm also gonna push back the ooze again with another hydraulic spray and hopefully free Gazlo in the process, because that's the last one I got. So hope it works.
You got this.
Is that not? Oh, I had the wrong spell open. An attack with a flaming spear. Not quite the same thing. Yes, I do have this.
Nice.
Hey.
Doesn't
That
matter,
sprays
keep
it
it
back
crit.
10 feet, which ought to, like, you know.
Oh, the dice are freaking out a little.
Yeah.
That's all it did. I thought it did double damage or some such.
Check the spell description. I bet it pushes
should
it
be
back further.
66. Yeah, 10 feet, and it also does an additional 66.
Oh,
Sorry, it does.
that's because
like
you
66.
didn't apply the attack onto. You just dropped the
Oh,
attack. You
sorry.
didn't apply it onto the
Oh,
ooze,
whoops.
so the program did not know.
Alright.
Okay, hold on a moment. I have to adjust something here. Oh.
Hoping that, like, free Gazlo.
Let's see. Hi, Nala. Grab creature can use the escape action to get out of the grab, and the grab ends with the grab creature if the monster moves away from it. How far does that hydraulic push it with a critical?
That's another 10 feet. Should be 5 feet back from the previous one, so.
Alright. So I'm going to say that yes, with that critical, Gaz has been freed from the grab.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Finally.
Now let's see if Gaz doesn't get grabbed again. But first, before we do that, Tuck, are you done?
So, that was all my actions, because now she's got 3 healing berries.
Alright.
So
In that
I'm
case,
done.
it is now time for the magnificent Mike.
Okay.
What do you want, Gumbo? Wanna fight
Here
me?
he
Oh.
comes. Here they do.
Hi, Nala. You're just gonna be in my way now, aren't you? You're like, you fed me, now you're talking to the wall, so clearly you need a cat in your life.
This is true. This is true.
My human is going insane, just speaking to a screen and nothing, no sound is coming out.
Cast Lingering Composition.
Alrighty.
And let me make my performance.
I'm just picturing him like jazz scatting as he's walking along, just bebopping his way on over. I'm gonna take care of business.
Okay, so that will just be 3 rounds, Zach.
Alright. Go ahead and drop that on everybody and I'll bump it up to 3.
Alrighty.
The monster still has its turns.
Okay. Right. And I'm done.
At least I'm gonna die.
You'll be fine.
Oh, are being
Watch
obnoxious.
this gonna come back and try to grab me.
Alright. So, the black pudding. Let's see here. Damn, this thing has resistance.
A shit ton of health.
Yep.
I have made a grave error.
Okay. So from now on, Gaz is not allowed to lead the way.
How many times?
First it was the damn centipedes, and now it's this, and it's the same day.
Hey, I'm the scape clown. I'm the one that sort of takes the brunt before everybody else does.
And as Gazlo is arguing with everybody, yeah,
To take the brunt of it. Just didn't.
Gazlo gets
That's
yanked
what
up
all
in
it-
the air by the thing. It slurps on forward. I'm just gonna put you there, Gazlo, since you're kind of center on something. Thankfully, it is going to attack another person. Cinder, come on down.
Done.
Uh-oh.
I get hit by that one.
And thankfully, though, it used a movement. So, oh, hold on, Cinder. What is your AC? I forgot a grave detail. Oh.
21.
Oh. Yeah, even with the penalties of a second attack, that would have still hit. Okay. Alright, so that's its turn. Gazlo!
Please eat
That
some
rope's
apple.
still nearby.
It's
You can-
time. No more Mr. Nice.
Gazlo, if you
What?
like, you can grab the rope that Felix tossed you.
Alright, I'm gonna attempt to grab the rope. Do I need to roll anything for that, or can I just...
No. So the reflex save earlier was just to see if Gazlo had the reflexes to catch it. Now Gazlo can reach as the thing is like yanking you back into its tentacly appendages. You
I've
can
seen how this
yank on
ends.
the rope. At which
I've
point,
seen enough those Japanese cartoons to know how this ends.
At which point, Felix, you said you were gonna leap off the branch and try and essentially aid Gazlo in breaking free.
Well, I guess I should have Nick do it because I'm not heavy enough.
Get the cat to help you. Get it to bite you on the ass and drag you down.
I am going to check on something here real quick. Or at least it's going to try to be real quick.
Anyone who expects it to be fast-paced and on the spot hasn't been playing a variety of gaming platforms.
All right, so let's see here.
Eat them apples. Eat them.
It was very, very subtle. Eat the berry.
Well, yeah. Oh my god, that doesn't tell me a damn thing. Maybe that one? Oh, okay, there we go. I was in the wrong section. Alright, when you use your temperature shot. Okay, so you're gonna have Nyx leap off with that. Go ahead and have Nyx roll acrobatics, I suppose. Add 2 to that.
Can you do that?
Yes. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
All right. So, just DC critical success. Grant your ally a triggering check. Master with the check you attempted. Well, that's disappointing. So I'm gonna tweak that a little bit. I'm gonna say with this, Gazlo, you can make a acrobatics check. You get a +2 modifier. This does not count towards any of your other actions this round. But go ahead and give me an acrobatics check with a +2 modifier. Let's see what you get.
Alright. Oh, I need to add the modifier first. Alright, hold on. There we go. +2, and now I roll my acrobatics. Alright. Alright. Boom!
Yay! All right. So Gazlo, you managed to be freed from the grasp of the thing as you are yanked away by the weight of Nyx. This would allow you, by the way, to we'll say, yeah, that's actually gonna land in the water again. That is, yeah, you have 2 actions, and you also have the berries that you were given.
I mount one of those berries, just real quick.
All right, Charles, do the honors.
Oh no, you don't eat one berry.
Okay, you can't just eat one of them berries.
You scarf them down.
They're too good.
Yeah, you can eat them all at
I
once.
eat all the berries. I consume the berries.
They are very good.
They're good berries.
That's and yes.
Ever seen a clown snort an apple through his nose?
I've missed.
Oh,
It's
God.
not something I'd see unless I was really, 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 really messed up.
Oh, wow.
He's on the sauce.
I would take a lot more than just sauce.
Yeah, the sauce.
All right. Jeez.
Crossfaded sauce.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Gazlo, you have been healed. You have one action left, I believe.
I'm gonna take that moment to scramble up on the shore.
All right, so move action. Cool. All right.
Cool.
So with that out of the way, Cinder.
First, I am going to do something called getting the fuck away. And I'm gonna
Okay.
move back here.
You are grabbed.
Oh, I am.
Oh, no.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wait, I was right here.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. So how would I go about getting ungrabbed?
Well, it's so it is an escape attempt is either an athletics roll, a acrobatics roll, or a unarmed attack, and they act as attacks. So they are you can make multiple attempts in a single round, but they are penalized like multiple attacks.
All right, let's go ahead and just roll an acrobatics. Do I put it on the black pudding?
No, you can just roll in the chat for that one.
Okay.
No, thankfully Cinder is not wearing the schoolgirl uniform.
What?
Heckle and Snide in the chat.
I did not lose any kind of like Super Bowl like pool or anything like that. My character is not wearing a skirt.
Okay, good.
Sometimes the best girl.
Does that make it?
Best boy.
Alas, the DC,
Oh, boy.
it is listed in your entry on the combat tracker. The DC is 28.
Oh.
28.
Okay. Yeah.
There's something
Hero
that can
pointing
get
that.
you 2 points more.
It takes a real man to be the best girl. Oh, that is just terrible. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. All right, I'm gonna try one more time.
Sure.
Or we just move on.
Oh, that
Wow,
was so close.
that was
It's
insanely
like
dumb.
on the 17, and it's like, fuck you, no.
Nope.
We're going to 3.
Okay.
All right, so that's one action.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess
Unless you have something you want to do instead of attempt to escape.
I was. No, I just want to keep trying to escape because I get hit again and I'm down.
There.
So let's try again. Wow. Okay, so would there be an easier check for me to make? Because freaking, I'm doing this with a plus 11 on my
Like I said,
acrobatics.
it is either an acrobatics, an athletics, or an unarmed attack. Unless
I
you
don't
have
think
some sort of
I-
spell that can assist you.
No.
Yeah. So.
Do you have any broken inventory?
Excuse me.
If you.
Yeah, I do have rope, but I only have one action
you-
left.
Could you throw it to someone else nearby?
I guess, yeah, that's true. I'll throw one end. Throw it back to Vermala. Or I guess it's Mike.
You're gonna throw it to the 3-foot-tall Leshy.
Never mind, we'll throw it to Vermala.
Okay.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Throw it to me.
Alright, so what do I roll?
Let's see here. You have.
This thing is still in the green.
So this is technically, by the way, your
Third attack.
So roll, we'll say a sling attack on the third attack. Or a dagger attack. Roll dagger attack on the third attack. That one's higher. You're just trying to throw it
It's
near
a plus
her.
3, right?
Okay, there we go. So Virmala, I'm going to have you do the reflex check to see if you catch the rope or if you have to spend an action on your turn to get it.
Okie dokie. Nope.
Nope.
So
Okay.
close.
Can I hero point at that?
No.
Can I assist? Because I'm like right next to Vermala.
Okay, so this is just this is me flying by the seat of my pants with the rules here. So
Yeah.
the reflex save was for Virmala to catch it. It wasn't an action or anything like that, so there's no real assisting in this case.
Oh,
All right. So Bacon next. So Virmala,
Yeah.
you're up.
Well. All right. I guess I pick up the rope.
Okay. We're gonna try and get Cinder out of there.
I'm trying to think of like I'm a bird person. Do I have to yank a person?
right here.
Perhaps, but you do have you may be a bird person, but you do have strength.
Yeah.
And therefore.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can yank.
Okay.
So spirit of
So-
strength.
In this case, what this is going to end up being is Cinder. Go ahead and give me. How do I want to play this? Go ahead and give me an athletics check, and this is more to see if you're able to kind of make it a little easier on Virmala. No. Okay. So it's all you can do to just hold on to the rope, essentially, as she's trying to pull you back. So Virmala, I am going to. Oh yeah. So you were essentially trying to do the unarmed attack to pull Cinder free. I will give you a +2 modifier because you have the rope and you can get better leverage than Cinder can. But this will be an unarmed attack, which for you, I believe, is the same thing as a talon.
Okay. So I'll just do a talent attack into the main area.
Yep, into the main chat window.
Oh.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, Jesus, okay.
All
You
right.
pop-
Why?
So, yeah, you kind of you set your feet, you kind of give a test tug, and then as the pseudopod kind of pulls back and
I say, not
thinks-
my babies.
and thinks it has slack, you just yank, and Cinder goes flying. I am going to. So you kind of stumble back a few squares.
Just fly straight into Gaz.
And Cinder stumbles back.
Okay.
Cinder is no longer grabbed. So Virmala, that was 2 actions. You have a third and final action.
And I'm going to smack it in the face with my spiritual weapon and say, back, demon!
All right.
Oops.
Bad pudding.
Bad pudding.
Bad pudding.
And thankfully,
Imagine all the laundry we're gonna have to do tonight.
This Gaz just shakes off like a dog.
oh my god, that is not what I did.
First mold and blood, now mud.
All right, Felix, you are up.
All right. If I throw oil at it, will it work on that? Because it's in the water.
Probably.
I think it's fire resistance too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got nothing. I am all piercing and slashing.
Just gesture at it.
Unarmed attack. Punch it.
His
My unarmed
attacks
attack
are
Put
piercing
yourself
claws.
between it and me, please.
Yeah, you swim in the poo. You see how you like it.
You.
Will oil burn on top of water?
Yes.
You don't even know if it'll be hurt by it. Or by fire, rather.
But he also doesn't know that it wouldn't.
That's true. It's very
Yes.
true.
Apparently, we're gonna learn.
Yay, learning things.
Sometimes you learn by doing. That's
Tell
just
you
how
what.
it is.
If you get a crit, I'll say you doused it with enough oil, its surface portions with enough oil to have an effect if it gets caught with fire. But that is up to you.
I guess. Why not?
Alright.
It's got a low AC, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna retry that.
God damn.
We know
If it
how this
wants to
goes.
happen.
The next one's gonna be lower.
Jesus!
I
I think you're cursed.
apparently.
That's
This is our trend. This is what happens.
There's a hit, but it's not a crit.
yeah. Too much of it will be diluted by the water to it's just lamp oil. It's not terribly effective.
Hmm. Alright. I will use. I will hold my second action to throw a healing potion at someone.
Okay. You fish out a healing potion and get ready to toss it to whoever seems to need it.
Yep.
Sounds good. Tuck, what do you do?
I'm gonna move the fuck away from this thing.
Yeah, we don't have to kill it, guys.
That's true. That
We
is
can-
true.
1, 2,
Just leave me in the way of it
3,
again,
4,
thanks.
There's not.
Let everyone's out of the way. Nuke it from orbit.
That's here,
Oh my
and part of
God.
it is actually on dry land, isn't it?
Nope, it's in the water.
Not really.
That's here. There's one corner that's on dry land.
I mean,
right.
I guess you can say that, but that's just the icon, not necessarily the body of the thing. But if there's something you need to do that relies on it being on dry land, let me know.
Alright, I'm gonna put a flaming spear on it. In that corner.
Okay.
I'm sure it won't do much, but my slingshot isn't gonna do much either. Wait, attack? That should have been a save.
It was a save.
Oh.
And it was a critical failure on its part. Nice.
Oh, like alright.
So it does appear fire affects it.
Oh, 22. Good. I'm just gonna sustain that shit.
Mike.
I'm gonna shoot Palpatine hands at it.
You gotta unleash the base cannon? Holy shit.
Order 66.
Execute order 66.
Oh, god damn it. The one
So
time
you're
seeing a player roll a nat 20 is a bad thing.
Oh. It swallowed that thing and gained health.
And
It's
I'm
like
just gonna
more
go.
power!
And after lightning just kind of like dissipates around it, Max is like, you know what? Fucking bullshit. I'm out of here. I didn't even start anything.
You guys are going home.
Not a bad option, really.
I mean,
Cinder, darling, where's your fireball?
It was magic missiled. I don't have any fireballs right now.
Oh, this is what happens when we don't best.
Does anyone have any other AoE spells?
I got one left, but
I
AoE's
could press
better on multiple things.
Wait. I'm confused. Hey, Zach?
yeah.
Actually, I got another vomit swarm left,
Question?
but I don't think that's gonna do shit to this.
So
that?
what did it roll on its reflexes though?
What do you mean?
Fine.
Like what was the number that it made it save on?
It rolled a nat 20. It got
26.
That doesn't make any sense because the reflex save DC is 21. How does it get a critical success when it only succeeded by 5?
I'm not sure. Unless, like, nat 20s are auto critical successes if you call it a success.
They're not.
Okay. I mean, if you want, you can roll damage on it.
Well, I mean, because it registered as a critical, if I roll damage on it,
Well,
it's not.
here, have it roll the save again.
Well, I'm just curious. Does it have like something in its stats that like does that? Because that doesn't make any sense.
No, the only thing I can think of is if a nat 20 on a successful save means a critical success, which I would have to look up, and I'm not, I do vaguely remember something like that, but I could also be mistaken, and...
Let me look into it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to detract from game.
No worries. In this case, this thing is not very happy. It has fire in front of it on land. A weapon that can actually hurt it without, you know, splitting it into multiple parts and helping it.
And it's been tapping him on the nose. Bad.
So this thing just kind of slithers all over the land. Yeah, you remember that horrible boar in Princess Mononoke? It's kind of like that, but without the boar. Yeah.
Okay, no, you're... Okay, so yeah, it looks like... Yeah, a natural 20 will automatically bump up the success rate by 1. Interesting.
Which, I suppose, yeah, okay.
Okay.
So it moves...
Let's just roll more natural 20s.
Over this way.
Easy.
And submerges under the water.
GTFO!
Do we win?
Not yet. We have to leave first.
Yeah. We really need to leave and rest up because we are low on everything.
Well, you guys are.
So, quick perception check from, let's see. David, I'm afraid you and Nyx, being in the tree over there, are a little bit too far away for that. Are too obscure for that. Gazlo and Cinder, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I can't make one.
There we go.
Is this
I
the
suppose
sun?
Tuck and Mike, go ahead and make one. You're both kind of on
Okay.
the side of here.
Well, I guess my 23 doesn't matter now.
Woo!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's a.
Okay.
There we go, Mike. I guess it is easy.
I have
So-
6 eyes.
So you saw the thing submerge, and then it kind of disappeared. It seems to be gone for a moment, and then you see faint tendrils of black pudding just kind of ooze up and over there around that little deep area.
It's fucking off.
Gaslow?
I can't reach it from over there. However, what's the what do I get? I'm gonna try and leap over the little creek where I am.
WWVS, what would Vermala say?
Oh.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So Gaz, what are you going to do? You almost got, like in the tier of things from hell. Clowns unfortunately do not supersede monsters with pseudopods unless the clowns themselves have pseudopods.
I mean, he has a third arm.
Doesn't count.
Now I
Not
know
the
what
same.
I'm gonna be going to. My new goal is to eventually develop pseudopods. A pseudopodic clown.
Anyway, so Gaslow, what do you do?
I would like to get back on that island.
Okay. Athletics check if you're just gonna jump across the.
Why not? YOLO.
You give a very clumsy leap, stumble. You may have been healed, but you've just been burned with acid. Your nerve endings are fried. So your coordination is a bit off. All right, so
Keep in
that's.
mind, I've also been poisoned
go.
and diseased, so I've had
Exactly.
one hell of a day.
It's a Wednesday.
I just need to be shot and stabbed, and I'll give Rasputin a run for his money.
All right, so you're on the island. What do you do? Or well, not the island, but you know.
I'm gonna try and get on that island again. So, what do I gotta move to?
I mean,
Yeah, get over there.
okay.
Wait, are we still in combat?
Yeah, I'm still trying to determine, depending on actions taken by players who should probably know better, whether to go out of combat.
Yeah.
Because I'm convinced that there's something on that little isle.
Probably
Bacon is holding on to Gazlo's arm and pointing away towards the rest of the group and tugging.
The problem is you didn't really see anything when you were thrashing around. Give me a perception check, actually.
Okie dokie. Perception. Perception it is. Oh no. Maybe this is a sign.
Maybe there's
That's
something
why we
hiding in
never
that
got
end of
the
the
pod.
stump. Maybe there's something hiding in that end of the stump on the aisle. Who knows?
Maybe. Wait. Is the log hollow?
Well, I mean, it did rot and break.
Can I still go through it?
No.
Okay.
Bacon is pulling on your arm, pointing towards the larger patch of land.
Well, you can fly, Bacon. You check.
This
Bacon very sincerely at this idea.
All right.
The check.
All right. What are you doing, Gaz?
I want to check, but everybody's trying to stop me, so.
No, I'm curious about what's on that island too.
You do you, Boo? I can't bring you back to life, just so you know.
That's fair. Totally worth it.
All right, so you leapt. That was essentially the equivalent of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll say 25 feet of movement. So that's you still have. You're a monk, so you still have fucking. Well, you do have your plus 10 feet of incredible movement. Otherwise, that's one action.
All right, I'm gonna try and book it across this log.
All right, give me a reflex or an acrobatics, whichever's higher, to avoid the broken portion, the rotten portion.
Oh,
Practically
please, give me
leaping
my
across the
lucky
log
stars.
anyway.
Give me my lucky stars. Ba-doop. That's not my lucky stars, but I have a hero point. Or unless, would 17 make it across?
No.
Okay. I'm okay with this. Come on, give me my lucky stars. That's good.
There you go.
You nimbly bimbly make it across. So if you go, all right, there you go. So you're on the other side. That's 2 actions. What do you do?
I'm gonna look for stuff.
All right, are you doing a quick glance around, or are you going to do a thorough search?
Perception check.
There is nothing of note on this island.
Decisions have been made, and everybody's mad at me.
Well, on the upside, Gazlo, at least it's not the pudding's turn.
At least.
Cinder, you're up.
Standing there waiting for Gazlo to come back. I think I'm gonna ready a magic missile in case the pudding comes back.
Okay.
Can I like ready to move back if Cinder or if Gazlo comes back, or whatever? I'll ready a magic missile. That's fine.
Okay. Right. So, Bacon, Nix, Firmala.
Yes. I would. Let's see. How much movement do I have again? Oh, that's right. I got no movement. All right. My spiritual weapon is still up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it right in front of Gaz, and I'm just gonna like do circular motions in front of Gaz with it to say back. And I'm gonna say, darling, we need to rest. Let's leave it be. We are alive for now. Let's go. And that's my turn.
Okay. Felix. Do you want to
I'll just start
retrieve your
putting my
rope?
Yeah, I was just gonna start putting my stuff away. And...
Okay. Felix is like, yep.
Nope. We're noping out of here.
Coiling up the rope. Bit of the end is sizzled.
Yeah, we're breaking down camp.
Yeah.
Packing our stuff and leaving, and I'm just looking around.
Tuck.
That's a typical campaign
I'm
night.
in.
Actually,
We
Tuck,
just
give
gotta
me a
get out
perception
here and
check.
retreat. Alright. Come on, that one. Meh.
all this excitement, Tuck, you see a... oh my god, come on. Oh, well, that was weird. You see a figure, kind of cautiously watching you all from those stairs. And if all you're doing...
sure that's not anything, but...
Oh.
I'm sure it's nobody important.
Is that your turn?
Figure?
You got pretty good. They're small. They're about Mike's size, furry. They're kind of peeking around, so it's hard to place what type of small furry humanoid creature they are.
Small furry mushroom critter. Gotcha.
Mike or Charles, is that everything for Tuck?
That's your... Yeah, as long as we're getting the hell out of here, yeah.
Okay. Mike, you can go ahead and make that perception check too.
Hey. And
All right, you're a little focused on, the threat.
the threat being Gaz. Mike is very tempted to start hurling lightning at him.
Okay. So, what do you do?
Standing there, hands on hips, waiting to leave.
It looks like everybody else is already leaving.
Huh?
Are you gonna wait for Gaz to get back before you fully head out?
No. Just gonna leave.
Okay.
Fuck it. Because at this point, it'd honestly be safer if Gaz was back there.
Wait, what? You're heading towards the stairs? I think everybody's heading back to camp.
Oh.
I'm not heading anywhere. I'm just getting my stuff ready.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
I mean, it's up to you guys what you want to do. But if you're pulling back,
I'm going back to camp. I mean, that's just...
Okay. All right. So, oh, sorry, Gaz, that's not true.
In 10 minutes, I'm gonna eat some apples.
So, you see the ooze kind of stretch around the corner. Little tendrils kind of poking up, almost as if sensing the vibrations on the air. Let's see, this thing has... Oh, whoops, that's the wrong button.
And I look at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him.
What?
I think that's a Weird Al song.
What the?
Okay. All right. Yes. And those tendrils seem to point directly at you, Gaz.
Decisions were made.
You better be fimbly nimbly.
So that is one action. Has 20 feet movement. 5, 10, 15, we'll say 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, you are just out of range there, Gaz.
Ooh! Ooh!
Just out of range.
Oh!
Now, will Gaz make any other bad decisions? Because it's Gaz's
Okay.
turn.
You guys have convinced me. It's time for me to GTFO, or I could chuck a club.
God damn it, Gaz!
Methinks it's time to
Cock,
GTFO.
You hear a voice
cock,
just
motherfucker.
echoing out from above. I kid.
God
You
damn
did-
it, Gaz! I think God just spoke.
Oh.
Okay. I'm GTFOing out of there. Hitting across
Did you
this log.
not see the critical damage that got reduced to 4 points on this thing?
Yeah, I've seen.
Okay.
It is very. You've made your point. You've made your case. I have been convinced.
Made his pseudopod.
But I have been inspired
anyway.
by the black pudding.
Yeah, we'll get uninspired.
Okay.
Anyway, Gaz, do your thing. Whatever it is.
Yeet! I'm getting the fuck out. Getting the fuck out. Getting the fuck out. Woo, woo, woo. And
Acrobatics.
boom. Yeah, we're getting GTFOing. How many movements for me to get over the other log?
Let's see here. One moment. Stop moving.
Okay. Now, do I need to do a acrobatics or reflex or just?
There you go.
Okay.
Cinder.
Out of there.
All right.
It's not letting me grab my character. I'm
Don't
just
worry
moving
about
the
it.
friggin' map.
Don't worry about it.
All right, whatever. Yeah, I'm out of there.
All right. So.
I'm gonna put my hands together and give it just kind of a bow, and then just kind of run.
I respect you. We are leaving your waterbed now.
He kind of took out over half of my hit points in one shot. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So after its tendrils kind of do that weird thing where they're kind of poking up and sensing the air, and they kind of follow as you all seem to be, taking a wide berth around it, and seem satisfied. You don't see them emerging from the water, or at least you hope you haven't. It's a little harder to tell once you have the trees in the way. But you have managed to arrive back at the circus camp unmolested.
I mean, Cinder got molested a little, but
Yeah.
Denzel is forever changed by the black pudding.
I will admit, I did not expect that to take up the entire fucking session, but that was actually kind of fun.
Jesus.
We don't have to stop.
You underestimate our ADHD.
Yeah.
On a regular basis.
Well, that being said, you eventually all make it back to the circus camp. One moment as I do a little... No, there we go. Oh, and I suppose I can go to... The hell? What's going on here? The fuck?
Oh, everything okay?
What the hell happened to my... Oh, god damn it. Please don't tell me that.
I won't.
The fuck is going on here? Where the hell are all the rest of the tracks?
Did Syrinscape just decide to crap out?
Well, I had a whole fucking playlist, and now it's just down to like 5 sound sets.
I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah. Let's call this a brief break. That's right. David, you said you don't work tonight, right?
I am off tonight, yes.
Okay.
Woohoo!
We can
Nice.
certainly go a bit longer then. Yeah, no, it's all gone. All fucking gone.
The hell?
Holy shit.
Did I just accidentally, like, delete a whole bunch of fucking shit from my... I bet that's... Fuck.
Leo.
Hey, Cinder?
Huh?
Just quiet, please.
Oh.
Hmm.
Dude.
Okay, hopefully this is all it is. Let's save that. You know what? Fuck it, I'm just gonna go over here because I don't want to spend any time worrying about a goddamn password.
You like the idea of stuffing a corpse full of explosives?
Whistle.
Down?
All right.
Where the hell are my...
Let's see here. That's a good couple of spells. So 303. I'll keep that hydraulic push. That's surprising utility.
Okay, so that's not working for me.
All right, level 1. Oh, why does my sling do piercing damage? That's odd. Hey, I have an option for a sling that does piercing and one that does bludgeoning. Why would that be the case?
You have, like, bladed, I don't know, bladed stones or something?
Beyblades?
That seemed to...
Yeah. Maybe you're throwing blades. Because we all know we have a freaking store of those somewhere in our houses.
Not me.
We
Not
used
me.
to. I got really, really big into Beyblades when I was younger.
I never
Re-
dared
like-
to touch the fearsome power of the Beyblade.
I had
So I'm like
books.
old.
I had a lot of them. A lot of them.
I was old enough that when Beyblades come out, I was saying that is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen.
I loved watching the show. I loved the show so much. I love the show
I've
so much.
seen clips
There's
of
one of the
it where I'm
characters.
like, isn't that just cheating? Aren't you guys just cheating when you do that?
I mean,
Like,
kinda,
no.
but whatever, you know. But
Did you notice how there's one kid that was like twice as tall as everyone else? It's like, dude, stop hanging out with these elementary school students. You're in high school at least.
freaking, I was so into it. Like, there's that one character that has like the arm braces and stuff. I'd put on my freaking my shin guards for soccer on my arms to pretend to be him.
No.
Wow. Okay,
Nice.
I was a nerd.
See, I remember.
Whatever.
I didn't know what cosplay was, but I did know a guy whose little brother would dress up like the sprite from Chrono Trigger.
Aww.
He also made
guess
Shisa
from
videos out in the
first.
woods with his friends.
Oh.
Wait, what? Shit videos?
Yeah. The premise was that this guy is out into the woods and he has to take his shit really bad.
Oh
so
my
he dropped the
God.
Alright,
Shisa.
alright.
And
So
then
maybe
this other guy
should
comes
not
along
be
and says, "Oh no,
the-
I'm being pursued and I need camouflage." So,
Okay,
oh, camouflage, and then yes, he blends into the
Alright,
woods very
maybe
aptly
this
after
is
that.
not
God.
the sort of thing to discuss on Twitch.
Dream.
please. Just avoid.
We're just talking about the camouflage.
I don't care. That's not the thing that we need to like. Even if it doesn't get me kicked from the platform, it sure as fuck isn't gonna attract some followers, or at least none of the followers I want.
I was gonna
We're
say
about
it's
to
gonna attract some
quadruple it.
followers.
Yeah, no, we'll get some specialists.
Let me be the
We'll
first
get
to
some
say I was
specialists.
not the cringiest one here. For once.
People are going to be asking, what was the exact color of the ooze?
Oh god.
Did it have peanuts in it?
Motherfucker. Anyway. Yeah, the only thing I could think of is maybe the subscription didn't renew because it is technically supposed to renew today, but I got paid today. And it was working just fine like 5 minutes ago. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll just
use your imagination.
things on. Well, the beautiful thing is, at the very least, I have access to some of these things that can still be very, neat. Let's see here. Just do. Yeah, because you guys are all heading back to the camp. Back to where all the people are at. Here we go.
Is that furry person gone by the time we were, passing by the stairs?
Stalking
Oh,
hamsters.
you guys weren't far enough down to pass by the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was further down. Well, not too far away, but yeah. If you guys are heading back to the camp, you're just not even going by the stairs. All right. Yeah, it's listed as active. I don't see why it's not renewed.
Now, did you refresh your browser? Or?
Yes, many times. I'm gonna just try not to think about it right now because it's irritating me. But you all get back to the circus. I'll just change your position on the map here.
Oh yeah, Hecklin Snide made comment on the camouflage.
Good. That's great. We'll leave that in the comments, whatever it is. We don't need to talk about the camouflage. So,
I'd be sure to warn the people that stay away from the water. There's something with lots of tentacles.
Drippings with goo. Gaz is
Yeah.
in need of multiple bath times.
You can't wash the sin of what you've done off. No.
Nothing is going to wash away the scars or the trauma.
okay. Oh, might help if I... There we go. So, you all head back to where the circus is being set up. A little more of it's set up, like now they have all the staff essential areas set up, like where the wagons are supposed to be positioned for proper sleeping, where they got a few of the animal pens erected so they can get some of the animals out of their cages. And the air is lively. Work is, for the most part, done for the day by the time you guys get back. Or at least done for a time. It seems it's meal time. People are relaxing a bit. As you all trudge back into the camp. Battered, but victorious, save for two loose ends.
Yeah, well.
So what do you all do?
Well, like I said, I warn people to stay away from the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go and spend some time with Mr. Kitty.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely go and get patched up and hosed down of all the spores, the fungus, the blood, the everything.
Identified stuff.
Yeah, the
It's gonna happen.
numerous, bodily fluids that have clung to me.
All right. So you spend the rest of the day relaxing, washing up, warning people to avoid the water, at least for the time being. Levi, you're able to go through the equipment you all brought in and brought back. And apparently in Pathfinder, if you spend an hour with something, you can identify it, so yay.
I am going to spend a very nice candlelit dinner with the equipment while you guys clean up.
I approve.
I mean, it is around that time that the people who did not want to deal with all the reservation bullshit on Valentine's Day are probably, doing their thing.
Yes.
I just didn't want to deal with any of that bullshit, and I don't have a girlfriend or have a reservation.
Well,
or
I'm talking about you having a date with the goddamn equipment, okay?
Oh, okay, that's a different story.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that.
Yeah. He seemed a bit too, energetic with his protesting.
All right, so among the items, and this is probably a good time for us to probably split the items, because you guys have gathered quite a few things.
Fat loot.
So sifting through the items, you find you have a... there is that clear spindle Aeon stone. I think that's been in there for a while.
One
How's it
should
do
go
again?
to Mala.
What does that do?
No,
Let me
I don't
go
think
over
so.
it, and then we can figure out who it goes to. Because it has been a while, so yeah. So you do not need to eat or drink while this Aeon Stone is invested by you. The Aeon Stone doesn't function until it's been worn continuously for a week and invested each day therein. If it's invested by someone else, this interval starts over. The resonant power allows you to cast Air Bubble as a primal innate spell once per day.
Oh, who would want to stand around in just like a poisonous gas?
Oh, clown.
Jermon looks at Gaz. As Gaz is washing off in the river, Virmala points and goes right there. Right there.
Makes sense.
This is beautiful.
I would imagine eating eggs.
So let's see here.
It's fucked.
Air bubble, by the way. A bubble of pure air appears around the target's head, allowing it to breathe normally. The effect ends as soon as the target returns to an environment where it can breathe normally. That's kind of neat.
It was like gillyweed instead of, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 1 minute duration spell, and it's reaction casting time. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Falls in the water, air bubble.
Yep. Or if, you guys come across Killing Cloud.
We'll
if they
never
still
come
have
across
that.
that. He's silly.
So Gazlo, do you want to take the Aeon Stone?
If everybody's okay with it, then yeah, sure, I'll take the stone.
Oh,
It's the worst that could happen.
Yeah.
Oh, now you
nothing
don't.
bad happened.
Hey, Gaz, do you want to
Yep.
give that bracer to Vermala?
No,
Huh?
what was the bracelet that I got?
The bracer that gives you the 10 extra feet of speed?
Yeah, sure, why not? Here you go, Valma.
Hey, she's
You.
wearing the heavy armor, ain't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I can't go anywhere. I got 20 feet movement.
So the bracers in question, bracelet of dashing, is a once per day, which would essentially allow you to, get a burst of speed if you need to get into melee combat. Give you a plus 10 foot burst of speed for 1 minute. It's a silvery bracelet. It's jangly.
Want to peck at it.
I mean, you've got a sword with rings on it, right?
Yes.
So it fits your aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So, so we have that. Next up, a little sack. Hey, it's bigger on the inside because it's a bag of holding type 1.
Ooh. That's fancy.
Or Cinder.
For me?
Cinder has a lot of equipment. I don't know.
I don't at the moment, but I mean, it probably would help with carrying like crafting stuff. I don't know. I mean, it fits. Aesthetically, it would fit for me to have that. But if someone else can figure out a better reason for someone else to have it, then have at it.
Buck?
Anybody else eager for the bag of holding?
Eh.
Not sure. Take it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't seem
I ain't
anybody else
feeling
is,
it.
so we will give it to Cinder. And
Also,
besides,
hey Zach.
Yes.
At some point, could we possibly talk about in-house crafting rules? Because I was reading some stuff, and there's one that would that kind of makes sense. That would be really, really nice. Where when crafting recipes that are lower than your level reduce in days depending upon how much higher level you are. So like once you're high enough level, crafting a batch of potions only takes a single day instead of freaking 4 days, type of thing.
I can consider it.
Cool.
That'll be an out-of-game sort of consideration, though. All right.
Sure.
So the next one is that cat amulet.
What
It's
does
a
it
clay
do?
figure resembling a white cat with a paw outstretched.
Oh shit!
Come on, Nick,
I
Nick
got
up.
cursed by one of these in real life.
When it's activated, any allies within 10 feet who also just failed or critically failed a reflex saving throw from the same source, such as a fireball spell, can also re-roll their saving throw and use the better result. Its activation is different. It is in vision. I have no fucking clue what that is. I'm gonna have to look it up. I imagine it's literally just, you envision something, but you have to spend an action doing it. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, trigger, you use a feat or ability to re-roll a failed or critically failed reflex saving throw, such as cat's luck or happening.
I have cat's luck.
So, to Felix, seems like the obvious fucking choice.
So
Yeah.
basically, it would trigger when I use my cat's luck, then everyone else can use it.
Let's see. So
Basically, just gives everyone advantage on reflex save.
So you can affix it to your armor, apparently. It is a magical talisman.
It's a talisman. Okay.
I think that means it's like a one-shot. So, trigger, you use a feat or ability that rerolls this clay feat. When it's activated, any allies within 10 feet who just failed or critically failed a reflex saving throw from the same source, such as fireball spell, can also reroll their saving throw and use the better result. Okay. And then, yeah, because you have cat's luck. So we'll drop it in you. It's just a talisman, so it's not like it's a big deal. But it is one of those items that could, come through in a clutch. Oh my god, will you stop?
No.
All right.
Stop.
He said, it's 6.
The next up is the chime of opening.
What to do?
Opens locks.
It opens locks.
That should go to Felix as well.
I believe Mike is the one who's a little more specialized in thieves' tools and the like, right?
Right, but this.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
this replaces their check.
So you aim the chime at a container, door, or lock you want to open and strike the chime. The chime sends out magical vibrations that attempt a thievery check against the lock's DC with a thievery bonus of plus 13. This targets only one lock or binding at a time, so you might need to activate the chime multiple times to open a target with several forms of protection. So, I think some of the reasoning for handing it to Felix is that Felix does tend to scout ahead, and in case that ends up being relevant. Otherwise, while it does replace Mike's thievery is plus 10, for example. So for a while, it would at least be useful to him until he reaches a certain point.
You want it, Mike?
Not really.
All right, I'll take it.
All right, to
I don't
Felix
need
it goes.
magic. Steal things on my own. Matter of fact, tonight I'm gonna randomly break into one of you guys' freaking wagons and steal shit. Show you I can.
Oh
All right.
gosh.
Next up, we have Dark Vision Elixir. Do we have anybody here who does not have Dark Vision?
It doesn't have dark vision. Bacon does.
I
What
got
about the
low light
potion?
vision.
And then she'd go to you, because I got bacon to help me out with that sort of thing.
Imagine not being able to see in the dark. That's weird.
Ooh, I'm a clown. I'm good at many things. Seeing shit ain't that good.
Wow.
You need one.
All from having eyes.
Should we probably... Oh. I don't know. Who wants it?
Not me.
I'm
I
fine
can
with
just
low light
produce,
vision.
fire.
Yeah, I'm good because I can put light on things. So
Well, okay.
plus I've got the heavier armor, so I probably shouldn't be scouting ahead. So if we need someone to scout ahead to be able to see in the dark, I would not be the one to do
take
it.
it.
All right, Felix. For rare occasions when Felix needs, or for that one moment when Felix needs a dark vision. Okay. Next up, a little pouch full of dust. It is stored in a small reed. This powder looks like fine metallic dust. When you fling it in the air, it coats all creatures in a 10-foot burst, centered on a point within 5 feet of you.
Give me
For
that.
1 minute, the coated creatures can't be concealed or invisible, nor can they benefit from mirror image or similar abilities that create illusory duplicates. Any illusions in the area of 3rd level or lower are revealed as such, although this does not end their effects.
So it's effectively pocket glitter.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of those explosive glitter bombs.
And I can essentially make that, by the way. Already.
Alright, I'll yoink it.
Usables.
This looks fun.
Somehow, I have the feeling Gazla will find a way to make that drop Gazlo to 0 again.
Unless it's used during a performance.
That could be useful.
We're
and
also
that's
going to
when-
be loading Gazlo with fire
If I
breath here
crit
soon
fail
as well.
using it,
so.
does that mean I snort it?
And that's when Gazlo, during a performance, reveals the invisible stalkers and promptly gets pummeled.
There's just like an entire room of them around us the entire time just waiting for it.
Pocket glitter.
All right. Elixir of Life. It is an elixir that heals, speeds up the body's natural healing process. You regain the listed number of hit points and gain an item bonus to saving throws against diseases and poisons for 10 minutes. The elixir restores 3d6 plus 6 hit points, and the bonus is +1.
I already have.
Should probably go to gas.
Mala to hold to use forever. Who will? I don't
Do
know.
I use action potions in my inventory? Or did I use all of them?
I don't know.
Hold on.
So, Vermala?
Yes.
All right. There you go. Oh, fuck.
I look at Cinder and I'm like, I might actually need that bag of holding at some point.
Invisibility potion.
I mean, I can make those as well.
Yeah, but this is what we have, so...
We're trying to
You
dip
get
the
really
other.
Just
high
trying to-
stealth, so
Trying to clear up the party loot here.
Leaving it?
Can it be fed to Mr. Kitty?
so why not?
Sure. Sure.
Give-
Invisible
I'll give it to Felix. I mean, unless anybody objects, let's give it to Felix. Sound good?
Yeah, give it to Felix.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so now we're getting down to the last couple. We have Silver Lensatic Compass. A compass helps you sense direction or navigate, provided you're in a location with uniform magnetic fields. Without a compass, you take a -2 item penalty to these checks, similar to using a shoddy item. Fuck. The Lensatic Compass gives you a +1 item bonus to all of these checks. So it basically helps you with sense direction, which I believe is a survival skill thing, and it'll help you with that. Felix? Felix, okay, cool.
Oh,
Felix.
what? Not
Tuck?
Tuck?
Who's got the lowest survival?
Yeah, alright, fine. Who's got the lowest survival out of the two?
I got +4.
11.
Oh, no,
Oh,
A 7.
I have a.
Shall
I
we
don't
give
even
it
have a
to
score on it.
Shall we give it to
Mhm.
Tuck?
Sure.
Alright.
Don't get lost.
Alright, and the very last one is
Nice.
Saint Alkitarim's Eye.
I will take that. I don't know what it does. I just want to know.
It's it is a worn item. It is uncommon, evocated, invested, magical. Okay. This silver simple chain bearing a brass housing with tiny brass wings. At the center of the housing is a clear spindle aeon stone positioned so it resembles an open eye. This is a necklace known as Saint Alkitarim's Eye. The housing can bear a single aeon stone in the same manner as a wayfinder, although the necklace's wearer to allowing the necklace's wearer to benefit from the aeon stone just as though it were orbiting their head. The necklace can bear only a clear spindle aeon stone, not other types of aeon stones. It allows the bearer to use the aeon stone's resonant power and doesn't restrict the wearer from investing other aeon stones, even those slotted in a wayfinder. So, it is meant to match with the aeon stone that I believe we gave to Gaz.
Excellent match.
Yeah.
Easy.
That one should go to Vermala.
what?
Or
Or did we give it to Vermala? I'm not finding it.
I think we gave it to Gaz.
I think
Pretty
Yeah,
sure
we
we
gave
gave
it to
the
Gas.
fart gas stone nullifier to Gas.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, so, the resonant power allows you to cast. Okay, cool. So this thing allows you to, so you gain the effect of it, plus the ability to use the resonant power.
Just put the Infinity Stone into the eye of.
Agimoto, yeah.
Yep.
All right. So shall we give, since it's supposed to go with the clear spindle aeon stone, shall we give that to Gaslow?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
All right, there you go, Gaslow.
So does this mean I can cast fireballs?
No.
Oh.
It means that under certain circumstances, you'll be able to cast air bubble.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So, lastly, after sifting through all of this stuff, you find the last item of note is that loose-leafed notebook. It is bound in burgundy leather and tied shut with a knotted silver cord. The journal, going through the journal, it details the exploits of a pickpocket turned cat burglar on the streets of Escadar. These entries are dated beginning in 4700 AR, Absalom Reckoning. The scale of Juniper's crimes grows as the entries' dates approach the present, progressing into ambitious heists targeting banks and temples. Toward the end of the journal, Juniper confides her fears that Endera Paldreen, a competent deputy working to rise in the constabulary, has obtained evidence of Juniper's guilt. The journal's final entry is dated 4712 AR. I have to look up what year it technically is, but I do believe it's like 4718 by the time Extinction Curse is going on. Yeah, or 4719. Rule of thumb is that 4700 is basically the equivalent of the year 2000 for the purpose of calculating what year it is in Golarion, and this was published and thus set in 4718 or 19 because it came out in, actually it would have been 2019, I believe. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. In addition to her memoirs, text contains a sketch of the cave system, with that area that featured the yellow mold labeled Wanderer's Folly, Danger. Juniper's journal also references that little cache that you found in the tree, Charles.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, little explanation to the random loot y'all found in that area.
Neat.
Okay.
Indeed.
All right.
She was so worried about getting caught, though. Why'd she have a journal detailing her crimes and a list of times she showers and what her weaknesses were? Weird.
Older list of fears, too.
Well, she sounds like she was a loner, so she was probably just bragging to herself.
All right. So, do we need to set up watch for the night?
Oh, yeah, I'm still diseased, aren't I?
You shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So I think you guys cleared that up. God, I hope you did. I don't want to keep track of that shit right now.
Because my icons still sit on the map, so I'm just mousing over it on the bottom. It says I have disease, +1 save, circumstance, poison. So. What?
I think that's more that you have a +1 modifier to disease and poison saves. I think
Yeah.
Quality.
Oh, yeah, that's from when I ate the mold. Okay.
Yeah. No. I think that's actually just your character.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to look. I think it's an aspect of your unusual anatomy.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure.
It's a racial ability.
Okie dokie.
Or ancestral, or whatever the fuck they're calling it.
It's a genetic
Ancestry.
disability.
Got them racism bonuses like dwarves used to have.
Oh my gosh. The funny thing is, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Dwarves used to have racism bonuses, so.
Oh my god.
Them goblins was trying to vote.
Anyway, you also have that you guys found 10 platinum pieces and 14 gold pieces.
Nice.
Yes.
We
Should
can
we
leave
get
that
from
in. We could leave that in party treasure if you guys like.
What did we have? Or sorry, I wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention.
we don't need it just yet.
Okie dokie.
I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom.
So if we put the money inside the bag of holding, will it burn a hole in the pocket?
Nope.
Disease in the clown brain. Eckle and Snide. No, somebody got static.
That was a sink.
I ain't got no stuff off my chest.
Pretty sure that was a sink.
Yep.
Exactly.
So I found this list of words that'll get you banned from Twitch if the streamer says it, and it's
Yeah, let's not. Let's not.
I wonder when we're gonna level up.
Never gonna level up.
I
We're
think
gonna level up in
so.
babysitting.
Yeah.
My cats are about to grow up.
Aww. Big kitty.
My dog will always be a baby.
In the city.
Mix and Mr. Kitty.
Oh, I was looking forward to Elden Ring. I'm surprised.
You
Well,
should
sweet.
be.
Dos, tres.
What are you doing? There better not be any popcorn down there. Go away. What are you doing? Goofy boy.
I was kind of happy to see that if you don't make any mistakes in Duolingo, they start like just leveling you up, which was like, oh,
Yes.
that is a nice little app.
That's weird.
Hmm.
People trying to better themselves. I don't understand it.
Just
That
simple
sucks.
improvement. What's that?
That's where you sat on the couch and just watched TV all day. You feel so good afterwards.
Yeah. I don't know. I find TV really depressing because I'm in a hospital and it's just these old dying people watching it all the time, and then
Oh.
they started putting like TVs in lounges, and I'm just like, damn old people. Haven't you heard of streaming? Jesus. I mean, you just sit through commercials, man. I'm like,
I don't know. My dad is in his 70s and he's discovered YouTube. So
Oh, yeah. He's deep in the VTuber hole now. Yeah. I like that, Nanners.
It's only a
wait.
matter of time till he finds Joe Rogan.
Oh, that'll be. I really hope he don't. My brother watches Joe Rogan. And he's a disappointment. Hopefully, next session we'll be able to do things. Where is he still in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Did he not,
Jesus.
We
Oh,
told him.
man. You think this is bad? Back in the day. I mean, it'd be like half an hour. Like 2-3 times the game.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That was
That
real.
got breaks. Man.
I
To
just
be
don't think he
fair,
has enough
back in
fiber
the
in his-
day, there was like 12-hour gaming sessions.
That's fair.
Oh, like, no. I've fed Zach some food before, and he basically ate around all the fiber.
He's alive.
I think we hear him.
Yeah.
You're never gonna sleep again.
So who wants to hear about the time me,
Just-
Zach, and Darren
Just
got home and
imagine
dated?
what it would have been like if we had smartphones back then.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the stream is also lagged as well because I'm watching it on Twitch and you still haven't come. There you are.
Yeah, well, that's
There
because
you
they
are.
have a delay.
Yeah.
Every stream has a delay. Doesn't matter.
Well, that's so you
what-
can
what's
like
going on.
edit out weird, terrible things that happen, right?
I guess. I think it's also just to help. I don't know. I imagine there's a reason for it. I'm not going to speculate.
It's called a ripcord.
All right. So we're back. Hi, Nala. No, I am not a scratching post. So yes, you all rest up for the rest of the day and the evening. I believe there was talk of setting a watch.
Yes.
Do we have like other people that could do that for us?
I know, we're at camp. We're with the rest of the
Yeah,
people.
There are. But who do you suppose in the camp has the highest skills?
I don't know. Probably.
Give me 40 eyes?
I got
Well,
idiots.
Zach's got 40 eyes.
Yeah, I mean, all we have to do is just round up everybody in the damn circus and have them form a ring around the circus and they all face one direction, and together those incompetent bastards will roll an at 20.
Mm-hmm. And if they all assist.
Exactly. Each one is assisting the other on their checks, so.
Really, we got like, if we have like 15 dudes, they got plus 30 on it, so it's even better than a nat 20. That's just logic.
Anyway,
It's
how do you
like,
want to approach this?
All right.
Midnight to morning.
I think Tuck's got a pretty decent perception.
I got good perception.
So
too.
last time I wrote down watch order. We had Gaz taking first watch, Mike taking second, and Felix taking third. We can add one more to turn it into 4 watches.
Nah, it's gonna be 3. Mike ain't watching tonight.
All right. So
Grimala needs
to do.
full rest of the tickets.
So Tuck, do you want to take the second one?
Sure.
All right. Tuck is on.
Come on, nat 1. Yes.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I mean, I'm glad I didn't call for a perception check, but that was beautiful.
Doug Buckford learned a long time ago that if you don't want to actually do a job, you just do it so badly that no one ever asks you to do it again.
That's pretty much how I live my life.
Isn't that something from the military?
Now, that's just common sense.
Okay.
Because I mean,
I mean, I know there's the whole thing like if you're working, if you're grinding away at an office, and you find an efficient way of doing a task, never, ever show your boss.
What better? My boss is the one I brag to, and then she tells me not to tell anybody else.
Yeah. I work for DoorDash. My boss is myself. Fuck.
I took that corner.
Is that
You work for DoorDash. Never trust anybody, even yourself.
if you do work well, you end up getting more work, and I'm not about that.
All right. So thankfully, there does not seem to be any events in the evening. Everybody's watch goes by fairly peacefully. At some point during Tuck's watch, he bumps right into a big old roustabout, staggering back to his wagon, a bit drunk. He's probably in the tent actually, but other than that, like just ran right into him. Like, how the fuck could you have missed him? You would have had to roll a natural 1. Oh.
Yeah, he had a lot of questions about Gumbo. I thought, what's this dog doing here? He's not a pit bull, right? I'm like, no, he's not a pit bull. He's like, good. Like, goddamn, I'm glad this guy decided not to buy that 6-pack he brought to the counter.
Okay. Well, anyway. And yes, you awaken in the morning to the sounds of the circus. Well, getting ready to get back to work, setting shit up.
Let's go check out those stairs.
What stairs?
I'm
Wait,
game.
Did I have
I warned you about the
does
stairs.
that count for a day of crafting? Or no?
Sure.
Crafting your sleep. Yeah.
Okay. And I do believe that was my 4th day.
Okay.
I was crafting the striking room. So roll crafting, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do not think that's a critical success, but it's still pretty darn good.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. All right.
Have to look up the frickin' scale thingy, unless you just want to go with the frickin' 4 days to reduce by half.
Sure. That's fine.
Yeah.
Look it up later.
Okay.
I just... Okay. All right. So you head back to the... Actually, you know what? Hold on.
I really got to go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Where? Campaigns. Oh.
Doom, doom, doom.
Okay. Yeah, it seems it's caught with that. So I'm gonna go do this. Yes, I know my subscription expired. Why did you not renew? I have money. It's in the bank account.
No money for you.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Nope. Somebody went to the water.
Yeah, told him not to. Did it anyway.
Right.
Oh.
It's in
Yeah.
God's hands now.
Damn it, Gaz.
Aw. So it was really adorable. I got off the bus coming home from work, and across the street is my upstairs neighbor with his puppy. Complete this payment and oh my god, motherfucker. And so I go over and I start petting the puppy. And then down the street near the apartment itself is my other upstairs neighbor with her big old wolf German Shepherd Husky mix, and both of those dogs absolutely love me, but they don't like each other. Both get super excited whenever they see me, and it's very adorable. Okay, so now it's just gone blank on me. Fucking Syrinscape. All right. Do we have everybody back? Everybody here?
I am here. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do
All
this.
right. So you're back.
I think we're missing Cinder, but yeah.
You head back to that odd little valley. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it this way. Oh my god, really? They really just don't want my money. They're
Nope.
making it super fucking hard for me to pay off my goddamn subscription.
They really don't want you to pay them.
You had too much money.
Anyway, yes. So, what do you all do?
Going down the path.
Yeah, check out them stairs.
Oh.
We gotta like really keep our eyes open in case like the ooze is lurking about.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Also,
Keeping a wide.
I
Earth and
realized
water.
that maybe we should have done some research on oozes to know how better to fight them. And we could have probably prepared better. Too late.
Well, at
we're
least
better when we do research anyway.
at
Not
least
like we have an expert in the circus.
Do we
That
have
is
any like books or anything in the circus?
Books
probably
about
not on oozes.
Hate to tell you this, but the closest thing we have as an expert is me.
Sure, you've eaten a few books.
But why would I eat books? I just drop them in the privy, that's all.
Actually, fungus do tend to actually eat like paper and vellum. I'm kind of elitist.
Wow.
Not all mushrooms are the same thing.
I'm better than most other fungi.
Right. So, anything on the way or anything happen on the way?
No, you guys stay a reasonable distance away from the water. Don't see any sign of the pudding,
A mange.
and I should probably there we go. And you eventually return to the strange stairs carved into the cliffside. So the head of the valley here is higher and rockier and overgrown than the area at the valley's mouth. And the stream flowing into the valley is clean and clear here. The stream runs near a set of broad stairs carved into the granite hillside, badly weathered and quite old. These stairs lead to a crumbling structure at the top of the hill.
Mr. Kitty up. Or sorry, Nix. And I stand in front of Gaz.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Do you want me? I can come in there if you want.
That time I took a rope around Gaz's waist and I attach it to me.
Okay. So Nix climbs up the stairs. I hate this music.
What music?
Oh, these sound effects, the ambience, the tracks. That's what I mean. Add a debit. I have a.
There's something.
Yeah, it's just kind of crap. It's not what I would like to pay for. What I technically should have paid for. Let's see here. But apparently they didn't want to.
Maybe they lost licensing to the soundtrack you're trying to access.
It's all their music.
Okay.
So the whole thing is, like, I went and checked, and I have available to me what they have available to people who have Syrinscape for free. I have my subscription is supposed to renew every 2 months. It was supposed to renew today on the 16th. It's telling me I need to resubscribe. Everything I do to try to resubscribe, it's saying, no, you can't do that. You need to add a card. I have a card. You need to add a card. I have a card. It's right there. It's in the PayPal. There's a card. It's the default payment. So there's something going on with the subscription renewal thing, and it's incredibly frustrating. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it after. But here we have some nice creepy music.
Nice.
All right. So, Felix, have
Perception.
Nyx make a perception. Okay.
Wow.
Nyx is climbing up the stairs.
Oh.
And
Mhm.
stops
Okay.
right there.
Okay.
And Nyx don't know how to disarm traps. Nyx just knows there's something across the thing that would be bad.
Yeah. So I go check it out.
The vacuum cleaner.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a real perception as well.
Yeah, I'll give you a lower DC since Nyx is essentially giving you an idea where to look. Okay. So you find a very thin, cleverly placed tripwire right where... Yeah, right across, easily missed. There's a tripwire.
Can I tell where it leads to?
I really don't know the mechanics of traps, but it looks like it leads to something that would release something if tripped.
Okay.
And it could probably be disarmed or stepped over, but more than likely best to disarm. But it would need to be cut just right.
We all
Okay, I'm
just
back.
get out of the hallway and then throw a knife at it, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking I could hit it with a whip.
Is there not somebody who is perhaps skilled at disarming traps?
Would the
Definitely
chimes
not
work on
Tuck.
it?
He would just set it off, wouldn't it?
I mean, we can just send in the clown.
We can do that.
That would disarm it.
No, I was referring to Mike, but
Sorry.
you know, the person who has the thief skills in the group.
That would not be me.
That we have touched on multiple times.
Mike?
I'm just here to buff the party. That's all I do, Zach. I don't actually contribute
2
whatsoever.
minutes. I'm gonna trip the wire if nobody does nothing.
I can
We
trip the
can
wire
stand. We
safely.
can stand back. Yeah, we can
But
stand back and just
if
press
we
the
want-
station it.
I'd go up and disarm it since apparently nobody listens.
That's what I've been waiting for. Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
That's what you've been waiting for? You were talking about setting it off with a goddamn whip.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or sitting in the
Alright.
clouds.
I was trying to say I can set it off from here, or we can get Mike up here to. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, Mike, do your thing.
Okay.
Sure, I was paying attention, but I don't know what's going on with this trap.
Okay. So, Mike, you carefully examine the tripwire, find a good place, perfect place to cut it that'll allow you to tie it off and not let loose. It looks like It's hard to tell without actually setting it off, but you're guessing, judging from the loose rubble at the top, something that would be very explodey and would likely affect anybody on the stairs.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Skyrim rock trap.
But yeah, you have successfully disarmed the trap.
All right, we're good to go. And I move back here.
Thank you very much.
Y'all told me to wait my turn, so I'm gonna wait my turn. Otherwise, I could just run ahead.
No, let's not have that.
No. Just everybody just puts their hand on the clown's shoulder and just goes, no.
Nyx is sitting on the steps staring at you.
All
The
right.
cat's judging me.
So, Felix, you creep further up the stairs.
Yes.
Okay.
Stealthily. No, as stealthy as I can, I guess.
All right. So, you arrive at what appears to be a very small, an old keep. There's a what it looks like it used to be sturdy, though it's currently been, we'll say, to put it generously, we'll say modified to be more sturdy than it otherwise would be because it's so old. In other words, somebody came along and nailed a whole bunch of extra boards into it. Door. Directly in front of you. The stones blend in with the natural granite of the hillside. The south side, there's a squat tower of gray stone off to Felix's left, and it looks like there is another kind of, if that is the southwest, then there is another squat stone tower in the northeast of the keep.
Okay. I go back and push Gaz back down, back to the group.
Boop, 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 boop.
There's a ruined keep up there. Looks like it's been lightly reinforced.
Well, I can't move the map, so yeah.
Well, looks like somebody has to be up there if they're setting traps.
All right, so Felix,
Makes
do you want to
sense.
lead, and then Gaz and I can come in behind you? Gaz, do you want to go before me or after me?
I'm gonna go for you.
Okay.
I am melee strong.
Mm-hmm.
La,
Mike
la,
is
la.
gonna be in the middle because he's just not good at melee. Why shapeshifting is a spell instead of a class ability, I find that baffling.
How much does bacon weigh?
That's there. Well, bacon can fly.
Hey, there's a door here.
Can bacon ride on my shoulders until we go into combat?
Actually, yes.
Thank you.
Mike is
Is
just
this-
a player at bacon.
Is this? Can I check this door to see if it's locked or trapped?
Sure. Go ahead and give me perception. You know that the door is locked.
the chime?
Yeah, sure. Let's see here.
Ding. Oh.
Didn't we get that little bell that can unlock things?
Mm-hmm.
That I just used.
Yay! Open the door. Get on the floor.
Well, it was a very crude attempt at locking, since the door is ancient and damaged. So the chime rings out. The air before it vibrates, and the door opens, revealing the inside of the keep.
Oh.
Actually, hold on a moment.
Oh. Oh.
Revealing a number of very confused, very concerned looking rat-like humanoids.
Oh, huh?
Rat friends! Rat friends! Can we make rat friends? This
Maybe.
seems nice.
I wouldn't mind.
Who are you? What do you
We're
want?
friends! We're friends!
One of them cautiously holds up, as the very eager clown just goes, "We're friends! We're friends!" with 3 arms. One of them, like, defensively holds up a round object.
Whoa. Everybody just calm down here.
I'm gonna take out a gold coin and flip it to him.
I'm gonna do it diplomacy.
See?
I'm gonna step out of the way.
All right. Let's do this. I believe, Mike, you were saying something a moment ago.
Well, I was trying to use my high diplomacy skill to cool the situation, but
Okay. Well, no. A lot of people are talking at once. I'm just saying, go ahead and have Mike say his piece.
like, everybody relax here. We don't mean you any harm.
They look at each other and... You don't look like bandits.
No, we're not bandits.
We're from the circus.
One of them kind of perks up. Oh, the circus?
Yeah.
Yeah, not
which
the one
circus?
that. Oh, we just rolled into town. You don't have to worry about that. We are the Circus of Wayward Wonders.
Oh.
We got dinosaurs.
Just simple circus folk.
We're looking for friends and we're looking for support.
Birmala backs away from the entrance. She steps off to the side. We shouldn't all be crowding the door.
One of them comes around, looking like probably the youngest of the trio, and the 2 in the back. They've kind of been quiet. They're more nervous. She looks rather excited, and she's like, "Wait, so you're from the circus?"
Yep.
Honk.
We are, miss. That we are.
Yes, start juggling.
Okay. This would be a diplomacy check or an acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Okay. Acrobatics. Do. Hey! Start juggling.
She kind of jumps into the air and starts clapping, but then realizes that she just dropped the grenade she was holding and quickly scrambles to catch it. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Here. Check this out. And she throws the grenade on the ground, and it kind of acts kind of like a smoke bomb, except the smoke are streamers of rainbow colors.
Homies. And I kind of group and huddle up with everybody. What do you think, guys? You think we should get them in the circus? Should we bring them in?
No.
Rat friends? Rat performers?
If we bring everybody into the circus, we're not going to have anybody perform for.
Yeah,
they
but
can
who does that?
We don't
Good
got
pay 'em.
anybody who does that yet.
we need a serious security team anyway. I mean, rats kind of hiding in the shadow watching everything. My bad, not rats, rat people.
Rats are people too.
Rat
I mean,
people.
And do
They
their
are
best.
Technically, because Paizo is so imaginative when it comes to naming their animal-based creatures, these are rat folk.
There we go.
Hey, what? That's crazy.
But they're not actively hostile.
No.
Okay, then I will step out of the way.
Rat friends. Do.
I mean,
Friends taking out
That's a
loans
cool
at
trick for the
affordable
circus.
rates from Tuck, Buckerford. Rat friends.
I have other things, but yeah, I could totally help out with the circus. I just need to get my friends out of here. We've sort of been stuck here. We got attacked by bandits, and then there's this horrible wolf creature, and it's a pack of wolves, and
We
I
took
already
out
took care of those.
that wolf ain't no problem anymore. What about these
okay.
bandits you talking about?
Took care of them, but
Oh,
yeah,
they-
we haven't seen any bandits.
they were on the road. We ran into the valley and to hide from them. So if you've been all through this valley and you haven't found them, then they probably didn't follow us.
Nah, we would have taken care of them otherwise. But thanks for letting you know that there's bandits, or thanks for letting us know that there are bandits. Now we know. Look out for them.
I'm Fidget. These are my friends, Callan and Lish.
Oh, Fidget. That's a nice name.
Do you spin?
She kind of leans back. No. I mean, except when I'm bored.
Then I call you Fidget the Spinner.
I prefer Fidget.
In fact, I'm gonna electric arc Gaz.
Buckerford is currently disliking Gaz and her youth.
Oh, damn it, guys.
Damn it, yes.
Yeah.
Up here.
No, just us. We sort of set up shop here. Weren't sure exactly how long to stay. I mean, we were able to get water easily enough, and we had some rations, but we're starting to get hungry, and we just really nervous about trying to run past that wolf lair. But
we'll gladly escort you out. We've taken care of the wolves.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything else you can tell us about this hold, though?
No, just crumbling place that had walls and we could hide behind.
All right. Well, we'll get you back to the camp and get you fed and whatever provisions you may need. And if you could help us out, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure we can.
Hell yeah! Rat friends acquired. The rats have joined your party.
Boy.
That being said, let me check something. That being said, I think we are at a good stopping point for the night because it is 9:45, and I need to wind down so I can go back to the grind tomorrow.
Yeah, it's almost 1:45 for me, and I have to be up early tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
Well, fine.
But yeah. Good job on y'all for, well, mostly clearing out the place. There's still that black pudding.
Yeah.
Oh, we're dealing with that
Deal
soon.
with that.
Yeah, he's on my shit list.
Can Cinder make explosives?
I think so. Pretty sure. I have chemistry.
Well, we have a couple bombs.
Hey.
Actually, no, I just realized, did they know anything about that ooze we fought? We did watch it.
Wait. These people have bombs. We have a Bargas corpse. Let's stuff the bombs in the corpse and feed it to the blancmange.
Oh my god.
Next time on Extinction Curse, will they use a bomb corpse to destroy the ooze? All right, so good session, everyone. You kicked ass, or well, you survived. You survived, and Gaz wasn't dropped to 0.
Yes.
Yay!
Gaz, achievement
Only
earned.
because I would have probably died if I did.
Achievement earned, Gaz. You get a hero point. Okay, so
Character progression there.
now next week is a holiday week.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently.
What the hell? What
at least
holiday
for
is
my
next
job.
week?
Oh.
Monday.
It's President's Day. I've got Monday off.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine a holiday based around useless sacks of crap. Like,
well,
the way you celebrate President's Day is you carry around portraits of dead presidents in your pocket. Some people go so far as to include one of the founding fathers in the portraits that they keep in their wallet.
Weird.
Anyway,
Bird's never done this.
Is next week the week we will not have you?
Correct.
What?
Okay.
I get entire week with my husband for my birthday.
Ooh.
I've also been.
That includes Sunday? This Sunday, I mean? Or next Sunday?
Yes, he comes in on Saturday.
Well, that's just terrible.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
Well.
so we will talk about this in just a moment. That said, for everybody watching, who is still watching, thank you for sticking around this long. We typically run game from about these days, unfortunately, due to my shift and commute, from about 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesdays. Don't know if we'll be doing a game next week due to things I'll discuss with them later. But just bear that in mind, and I hope you come back. And if anybody has anything they want to plug, go Mike.
Nah.
No? Okay. Go
Plug anything.
Gaz?
Just my Newgrounds. Just follow me on Newgrounds. I'm Sarah the Dream Eater. I haven't posted anything in a while. I have to wait until I get back home, like, and get settled again, and then I'm gonna start drawing. I got some ideas, so, and I'm still planning for continuation of my series eventually. Yeah.
All right, and then, well, most of the stuff I have going on these days is here at One Mad Catter on Twitch. Though if you want to see my horribly neglected YouTube channel where I tell horror stories, look up The Mad Catter on YouTube. And yeah, so with that being said, thank you all for coming. Good night, sweet dreams, and take it away, Gaz.
All right.
Goodbye.
Peace out.